Thanks again for being here and for learning more about becoming a fundraiser for the Big Share. The Big Share is, as most of you in the room know, this awesome, amazing fundraising event that Community Shares of Wisconsin has been conducting for the last 10 years. This is our 10th anniversary of the Big Share, and it's very exciting. And so you are here to learn more about how to be a fundraiser. Some of you are here to learn more about being a fundraiser for Community Shares. Others may be tuning in to learn to be a fundraiser for any of our member nonprofits during the Big Share. And also you're going to hear some tips for any kind of fundraising campaign. So we are so happy to have you here. So I'm going to start by sharing my screen, and then we will get started. So first of all, before I do that though, I believe the folks who are in the room that I can see all had an email sent to them, and you have your fundraising page set up for you. If you can raise your hands, if that's true. Yeah, I think. Okay. So let me get started here. So yeah, so there's a couple of different ways that you could have learned or signed up to be a fundraiser. And I am learning Google Meet, so at the moment I can't see your faces. So if anybody has a question or a comment, if you want to type it in the chat, if somebody there can type it in the chat, that would be great. But for the Big Share, with the technology that we're using, you can either become a fundraiser by responding to an email that we sent, and then we sent you a link to a page that's already been set up, or you can go to the Big Share and sign up there. So first thing I'm going to do, I'll stop here and go back. And now I'm going to share what it looks like on the Big Share page for folks who are tuning in later, or if maybe you're confused and you're not sure. So if you go to the Big Share page, there's this menu, this drop-down menu on the upper right, and you click on fundraisers. And that takes you to a list, first of all, of fundraisers who have already signed up. And this function is here for folks who want to either, maybe they want to find somebody else who already has a fundraising page and they want to support them. Also, you can sign up here. You don't need to work with us to coordinate your page. And to sign up here, there's this sign up button, and you click on that. And then again, I think most of the people in the room already have a page, but if you don't, or if you're listening later on or listening from home, you sign up your first name, last name. You can create a campaign name if you want. My campaign name is The Big Share, CHER. The only people who ever called me Share are people in my family. So, but Share and Share, obviously. And so that's going to be my campaign theme this year. And then you type in the organization you want to raise money for example, Community Shares, and other groups pop up. And then you type in the email that you want to use. And, or if you already have an account, if you have given in the past, or you're not sure, if you want to try typing in the email address, you might not remember the password that you used if you haven't signed in for a year. But you can either type in the password, give it a try, or click forgot your password. And then you can go through a new password process through email that you can take care of that way. So I'm going to stop sharing here again and go back to my main page and see, this is probably a good time now to see if anybody has any immediate questions. Are we good? Okay, looks good. We all are experts. So I'm going to go back to the Big Share fundraising guide that's on our webpage. If you have signed up already, you have received a link to this page, or you may have found this page on a communication from Community Shares, our e-newsletter. You may have had it forwarded to you from one of our member nonprofits who is interested in recruiting you to become a fundraiser for them. But this guide will go through this, and this will show you a few things. First of all, I added a couple of quick links because the GiveGab page for signing in to find your fundraising page after you've already logged out the first time, I think is a little bit confusing. So I added a quick link, and I also added a quick link to customize your page there too. But moving forward in the fundraising guide, you'll see that this can be used through on or before March 5th. So we scheduled this a little bit later and a little closer to the date because we want you to leave here energized and with the information that you need so you can get started on your campaign right away. And the earlier you start, the better. And we have information below that you can refer to as you are setting up your page. First of all, as I mentioned, you can go to this link. I'm going to click forward to this link. And now I'm going to share this tab. I'm learning Google Meet as I go. First thing I'm going to do is stop and get a thumbs up to make sure that I am sharing the right page. Was that the Google page, Mike? I was on before I stopped? Putting Mike in the hot seat. Okay, I'll go back to it. Thank you. Sorry about that. All right, we'll go back to how to customize my page. I'll share that now. So GiveGab has a number of links to different frequently asked questions. What I'm going to do, I'll go through this information and then I will sign on to my page and go through step by step. So first of all, you'll see here how you can log in, find your dashboard after you log in, add personalization with a profile photo. And again, I'm going to log into my page so you can see what it's like when somebody's actually going through doing it. You can tell your story. If you have a particular story about why you are supporting Community Shares or one of our member groups, you can share that as well. There also is some automatic text that gets pulled in if you wanted to leave that and spend your time focused on communicating outside of the GiveGab site and use your story in emails or on social media. That's great too. The next thing is, of course, make a first donation. If there is a donation on your page, people are going to be more likely to make a donation if they see another donation on there. And if you make a donation to your own fundraiser, that is showing your own support and is a great first step before you ask somebody else. Then we'll go through some steps on how to reach out. As I mentioned, you can reach out through GiveGab, the portal that's the source of all of these fundraising pages, or we'll go through how you can reach out to people through social media or email. There is a section for sharing socially. I'm going to show you a way that makes it a little more interesting, visually interesting. If that's a little confusing after this, you can just click onto the Facebook or Twitter, now it's X, and go right there. But I'm going to show you how to do it a little more to make the post more personal. And then give thanks. When you go into your page, you can automatically thank people who make donations and then track your progress. And like I said, I'm going to log in and show you what this looks like when you log in yourself. Okay, so now I'm back here. So I'm going to show you, if you follow this link, GiveGab is in the process of Anyway, follow this link. It's a lot easier to find to get to your page if you haven't saved it and you're not clear on how to log in. This page, excuse me, the fundraisers page is a great place to find the link to directly log in. So I'm going to log in, and now you can see this is my dashboard. This is actually not the existing campaign that I'm using. This is an old one, but I logged into this so I could show you what it looks like to start from scratch. So as I mentioned, you can click on Tell Your Story. You can change the name of your fundraiser. Like I said, mine, I'm changing it to The Big Share. You can add a link to a video on YouTube or Vimeo. You can update your goal. I believe we set it, each person who received a link from us we set it so that it's automatically $500. You can change that to whatever amount you want. If you want to raise $100, we would be so grateful. Whatever works for you. If you want to raise $5,000, that is awesome too. Then you'll add in your phone number. That won't be displayed publicly. That's for us if we need to contact you at the last minute or want to get in touch with you about something else. And then here is where you tell your story. And then, as I mentioned, here's clicking through on making a donation. And then I'll go through the reaching out. So if you want to send emails through GiveGab, which might be the easiest, and if that's what works best for you, I encourage you to do that. Now you see this window popping up, and you can add in, I'm going to send this to my friend Kathleen at the office, even though she has already donated to my page. Let's see. Please consider a donation to the Big Share this year. And they automatically pull in this template language that includes whatever group you're fundraising for. I'm fundraising for Community Shares, so Community Shares is automatically pulled in. The year, the name of the campaign, the year automatically pulls in. If I wanted to, I could just send this out to Kathleen just like this, or I can just click into here and make changes. I can say, I know you have already donated to my campaign, but it would be great if you donated again. Now, we don't actually want to ask people to donate more than once, but we're just using this as an example. And I like to tease Kathleen because she's my good friend. So I click send. And now I'll click it again to send it to the next person. And now you can see it's storing. If this is a great way for you to keep track of who you've sent it to. You can view the message. You can touch base. So I can follow up with her. Following up. Hi, Kathleen. Just checking in if you saw my donation, saw my fundraiser for Community Shares. Thank you. And then you can do all of your communicating right through GiveGab if you want. And you click back on Reach Out. And you can see that 2 emails have been sent. So that's a really great way to keep track. Now I'm going to send another email and let's see what shows up. Yes, so it pulls in the template language again. So you'll have to redo the language if you want to send different language. Now I would recommend that you type this up in a Word document and you can just copy and paste it right in if you want to send multiple emails using the same language that's different from what this template is. And then, like I said, share socially. You can go ahead and just share it right on your Facebook page, but I'm going to show you what happens. Excuse me, if you share it directly like this, it pulls up this kind of generic looking page. It's a beautiful page, but we believe, and we actually have lots of data to prove that putting your photo up or a personalized photo is going to have a bigger impact on your social media pages. So I'm going to, after I'm done here, log into my Facebook page and show you one way to do that. Now I'm going to leave and then give thanks. So I made a donation to the page myself, and if I want to thank somebody, I click on that person, thank selected donor, and great, there is some template language again, which works great if you would like to use that. Or, of course, you can adapt this as you wish. All right, so I'm going to stop sharing now and see if there are any immediate questions. Oh, I see a couple more people. Any immediate questions? Oh. All right, awesome. So the next thing I'm going to do is, so we have let's go back to the fundraisers page that we have set up. Oops, I have to log into it again. Thanks for your patience. Now we're going to go back to the fundraising guide page. And on this page, you'll see some awesome additional suggestions for things you can do to customize your page. I'm going to click on to this. So this, like we just did again, this is, if you need to reference again how to make these changes to your fundraising page, you can click on that link. I'm going to go back and share this page again. And then we have included in this guide also some suggested talking points. So if you are looking for something to say, if you are sending an email, here's some great talking points that we'd like you to include. For example, the date is Tuesday, March 5th. It tells you an explanation of what the big share is. It's the, excuse my dog, it's the 10th anniversary. We've raised 4.2 million so far. Our goal for 2024 is 800,000, so we can reach $5 million. One of the great points that I'd like to make sure people are aware of is that we have a minimum donation of $5. And so we encourage all people who have an extra $5. If that's a meaningful gift to you, you're absolutely included, and this is a day for you as well. And our goal is to engage 5,000 people this year. So we're excited to have you be part of that. Also on this page, our friends at Design Craft Advertising have created these graphics that you can use. And when I show you how I'm going to post this on Facebook, I'll be using a graphic similar to this. And if you want to download this graphic, rather than, you know, how you can do a right click, copy or save image, please download the graphics and you'll save it in a folder wherever your computer saves. And then please, when you share on social media, we ask you to tag us on Facebook, on LinkedIn, Instagram, and Twitter. And then also we are very encouraging and try to, as much as we can ourselves, use alt text on our social media posts. And the reason why we use this is to ensure that our social media posts are more accessible for people with visual impairments. A lot of folks use screen readers, and when you use alt text or when you see alt text on social media pages, this is what it's there for, so that people who are using screen readers that can't get the message from the visual itself, if you include alt text and describe what the image is, you will be inclusive of our friends with visual impairments. And here you can see some sample descriptions. And I'm going to click here. You can find some an accessibility guide that can give you more information about how to make your social media posts more accessible. And we definitely encourage that. And moving forward on your Facebook posts, Instagram posts, etc., we have some sample language. So what I'm going to do is demonstrate. I'm going to share a post on my Facebook page to demonstrate how to do it. And then here is some suggested thank you email text that you can use after people give, if you're not using the GiveGab portal to send your emails. And yeah, so before I move over to Facebook to show you the way I'm going to share my page, I'm going to stop and see if there are any questions right now. Nope. All right. Looks like everybody's doing great. So just a few more minutes here. So now I'm going to show you how I'm going to go onto my Facebook page. And now, let's see here. Oh, now I lost the link to my, here we go. Oh, I found it. So this is the URL. So I'm going to show you if I just type in that URL, which I already showed you before, but it's just going to pull up this page automatically. And people might see that and respond to it, especially if you put a nice message up ahead and on top here and get their attention. But what we recommend that you do is X out of the visual that it automatically provides when you include the link. Whoops. Well, I'm going to add a photo. Now, we have these available. I'm going to show you what this looks like. Some of you have already received, I'm a Big Share fundraiser. You can send us a photo and we'll create one of these graphics for you. And then, or you can include whatever kind of photo you'd like. Or as we talked about, one of the graphics on the Big Share fundraising guide, you can use one of those that you have saved to your computer. So now I'm going to delete out, oh, actually, I'm going to go back and add that. Actually, I'll add that in the comments. I'll add it here and in the comments. Excuse me for, there we go. So you can go into suggested Facebook post. I'm going to copy and paste, add that. And then post. I'm going to go back and delete this because I have a different page that I'm using. But now you can see that's going to grab a lot more attention than just the generic graphic that everybody else is using. And like I said, we can create one of these for you if we haven't already. And then you can see that my link is right there. I'm also going to put the link in the comments. Oops. Well, I'll put the link in the comments too. And I already told my daughter that I was going to send her a test. One thing that I recommend too is not just posting it to your page. If you post it, they won't necessarily come. So I recommend, and I know Megan, who's in the room, is also going to be sending her information out through Facebook Messenger. So you can share into Send in Messenger. And I'm going to find my daughter. Before I send it, I'm going to say, hi, Lila. Will you please donate to my fundraiser? CSW means a lot to me and is making a big difference for 70 local nonprofits in the community. Let me know if you have questions. And then I click send. And now she has received a personalized message. So I'm going to stop there, and we're almost ready to eat, everybody. Let's see if anybody has any specific questions. Ooh, the room is filling up. Yay. Yes, Becky has a question. I might not be able to hear. The sound quality isn't. When do donations close? We leave the portal open for an extra week. And this is something we've arranged with GiveGab because we know that a lot of people aren't scrolling social media like I do every day. They might not get your message right away. And so, or if they're checking their email, they might not open the email until a few days later. And so the website will be open accepting donations for a whole week after March 5th. But we announce the totals on the day after, the totals that were received. And but we continue accepting donations after that. And Becky, did you have another question, or is that your question? Okay. Thumbs up. Nope, that is it. Okay. Well, thank you again, everybody. Again, if you need any resources from us, this webpage, the fundraising guide, is a great place to start. Again, if you would like us to create a lovely graphic for you that says I'm a Big Share fundraiser with your favorite photo that you can share on social media, we're happy to do that. And then oh, and then another thing that I'm really excited about and want you all to know about is we are doing our kickoff event this year is a dueling pianos event, and it's going to be super fun, and the tickets are going fast, and we're really excited about it. It's going to, for the last few years, our kickoff event has been drag bingo, which has been fantastic as well. But the Big Share actually kicks off 6 o'clock on Monday night next week, and we'll be at a Dueling Pianos event. And we encourage you to check that out. You can find more information about that on our website and our e-news. Megan is in the room. She can share that with you. If you go to our Facebook page, you'll find an event for the Dueling Pianos. And then the other obviously great thing about the Big Share is the wonderful people who come together to show their support. The Big Share is an amazing demonstration of this community's support of social justice and environmental sustainability. And it's because of all of you that we're able to make that happen. Please tune in also or stop by Alt Lit Lab. They're just a couple blocks away from our office. These details will be made available to you for the address. If you go to, if you want to check out the Big Share Live, we've been doing this for a few years now. It's a day-long telethon. We have a variety of speakers, panel discussions, including our member groups. We also have music in the afternoon. We're going to have some awesome music by local musicians, and then we're going to close out the day at 7 o'clock with the Tony Castaneda Latin Jazz Band. So it's going to be, this is just the very beginning, and I thank you for being here to learn more and encourage you to stay. Megan's going to introduce our cook and share more about that. And thank you again. You're wonderful. We love you. We support you. And let me know if you have any questions. You can send me an email at cdubiel@communityshares.com if you have any specific questions. Thank you.